I really appreciate you joining me today, and we've got a lot of news to get through this weekend and catching up with news throughout the week. This first story comes from North London, and it's about CCTV that emerged the other day. Police have now written a statement on the incident and arrests have been made. The CCTV footage is filmed on the 8th of April in Park Lane, North London, and there was reports of shots fired, and the police said detectives were trying to trace a man following a firearm discharge that occurred on that day. Armed police attended the scene, however no suspects were arrested there and then, and no injured people were discovered. One vehicle was found abandoned shortly after, and inquiries discovered that shots were fired at a vehicle that later fled the scene. Trident police are investigating with the Specialist Crime Command. The video footage shows a car reversing down the street and crashing into a stationary vehicle. Shortly after, another car enters the frame and pulls up, and then a man dressed in a long coat, looking like Omar out of The Wire, runs into the street with the shotgun and opens fire on the car that had initially crashed as it was making its getaway in the same direction the gunman was coming from. The man with the shotgun then tries to chase the vehicle before the two men in the car get out and have some sort of altercation with other people in the street. Detective Inspector Gemma Alger said this terrifying incident unfolded in a residential street in broad daylight, and it's very fortunate that nobody was seriously injured or killed. These were members of the public and they were caught in the middle of a firearm discharge. Detective Chief Superintendent Caroline Haynes said that we are aware of the shocking footage that is circulating on social media, and they reassured the residents that they are doing everything they can to try to find out what happened and arrest as many people as possible. Whilst the incident has caused grave concern, they know that firearms are rarely discharged in the local area. In the latest update to this story, the Enfield Independent newspaper has reported that the police have said that 3 people have been arrested in connection to this, and they say residents dived for cover after shots were fired at a vehicle in North London. The Met says that officers were investigating and at least one person can be seen firing a gun on the pavement. The Metropolitan Police said 2 men have been arrested for attempted murder, and a third man was arrested for suspicion of attempted murder and later bailed. So I really want to hear what people have to say on this story, and don't forget to send your stories to news@scarcitystudios.com, and I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.